Well, good evening, groundlings. And it occurred to me when I signed off from the foot of Silbury Hill yesterday that this is the end of the series. It felt like that was a meaningful pause, and but I couldn't remember at the time that was where we got to, and not only the end of the series, but of 500 episodes of Going to Ground. 500 since the first week of lockdown, when I first posted from my home and study, and decided to embark upon these little journeys around place, faith and landscape. So I just thought I ought to acknowledge that, really, and thank you to those of you who shared the journey with me, all of it or part of it, and especially perhaps to those who've recently joined in and made such generous comments. There are some, without being overly making the poignancy too great, there have been some no longer with us who started out watching the series and were so supportive of me. Two women in particular who have died in the last couple of years, and that I remember with great affection. And all kinds of things grew out of this project. I hope for you as well, the book English Grounds, the album Even Songs, and all kinds of other things and talks and ideas and sermons. I hope that it's kind of been a seedbed for me for exploring ideas. I really hope that it's been something that's been cultivated things for you as well. Otherwise, it's a rather self-serving result, which is not the purpose of it. The whole point was to communicate, to reach and connect around the themes that we were feeling withdrawn from during the pandemic. And really at the heart of the endeavour has been to explore the life that comes to us, the life that is given to us, that presence in the natural world and in from the past, and all of which are signs, I believe, of a greater life that is its source, the life of God. And so much of modern thought focuses on faith and belief and soul things as things that we have to work up for ourselves, or if we are kind of that way inclined temperamentally, and if we've never had a religious experience, we just kind of think, well, I'm not that sort of person. It's something that we have to kind of generate. I've just never trusted that. I've never believed it, really. And when I was fed it in certain kinds of Christian formation as a young man, it didn't ring true. I've always felt that the heart of faith was not my knowing, but being known, as St. Paul puts it. Then we will know even as we are fully known. And this sense of a life beyond myself, that art and beauty and nature and landscape and all the things that present themselves to us in the gift of life are a sign, and which bear, as we do, the likeness, the imprint of God. And heaven forgive us whenever we abuse or harm that which bears his likeness. So that is the life we've been exploring in Going to Ground. And I always teeter at the end of a series on whether to continue. So give me your thoughts about whether we should. I kind of never thought we'd reach 500 when we started, but I that was, once we got going, that was the goal. But actually, it does feel like these connections are more important than ever with the fearful events around the world. And so I'm inclined to not completely finish, but I might pause. Anyway, let me know what you think. But it's an ending of sorts anyway. So I thought I'd better just acknowledge that, and to thank you, dear friends, for your company along the way. And as ever, God bless you as you go to ground.